resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here are your hosts, Brian Held and D. Squared.
Good evening. This is The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. I'm your host, D Squared, with
Brian Held.
Why do you sound tuckered out, pal? Come on, what the hell's wrong with you? How the hell are you?
We've been at MechaCon all weekend long, man. I just want to lay down and go to sleep.
What? Don't be like that.
Well, hey, first, let me just start out by saying thanks on behalf of the show to all the staff and volunteers over at MechaCon. It was a great weekend, all weekend long. We got to meet with tons of fans, hang out, have a good time. We had Don Cooper with us. He took some great pictures.
Yeah.
And we got an interview with the Slants. We're going to be airing that in the next few weeks at some point.
Right.
And we had a great time.
Well, and it's in the new place, the Hyatt. It was like being on a battleship or almost like an aircraft carrier. I mean, it was really confusing for a while, but the place is really nice. I mean, this has grown more and more. And actually, just from, the few... the Saturday, the biggest day, it was really run really well. I mean, sometimes we can usually nitpick cons because we go to them so well. These guys really seem to have their stuff on lock. And
just the whole, like you said, the look and feel of the place. They really put banners and things all over.
That was friggin' awesome, man. I mean, they had banners like right by the big showroom, the big main floor, like those giant banners on all the walls. I mean, did the hotel pay for that? Did they pay for that?
They probably paid for it, got all the printing done, and had the hotel put it up. But it looked like you were on a space station.
Yeah, it really did, man. They had all the boardrooms, decked out. It was pretty sweet. So good on MechaCon. They did a really good show this weekend.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's lay out the show real quick, Brian. As always, we'll start off with Top Nerd News.
Right.
And then we have Skungy with his pick of the week.
Yeah.
And then we have Max Brooks, author of World War Z, New York Times bestselling author Max Brooks.
Very excited.
Yes. And then, as always, we'll wrap up the show with a segment we like to call This Week in Geek History. Have I missed anything, Mr. Held?
No, you did it right.
All right, you ready to do Top Nerd News?
Yes, sir.
All right. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by the Viridian Tea Company. Find them on Etsy. And now, your top nerd news stories. All right, Brian, so what's topping us off today?
Well, first thing out of the gate is the Dark Crystal. The Age of Resistance. They've got an official order from Netflix for a whole series.
Now, we reported on this a while ago when the rumors were flying that it was going to come out. And I think our initial response to that was no and why.
Right.
Or maybe why and then no. And the biggest thing was like, was it going to be a cartoon? Was it going to be what were they going to do? And would Jim Henson roll over in his grave? That was our big concern. So it's going to be a practical effects movie. They're going to do it just like Jim Henson did it, man. And I mean, I'm really excited about that because they're not trying to destroy our childhood for once.
Right.
It's actually going to be a more nostalgic and hard ass work put into this. Here's a little clip of Jim Henson when he was talking about the Dark Crystal movie himself.
It's probably the hardest thing that I've ever worked on. I think of it as sort of a work of art. It's something hundreds of people created. It's a wonderful texture and depth to this world. It was the most work, it was the most difficult, but it was the most fun, it was the most rewarding. And of all projects, it's the one that I'm the most proud of.
Well, and I think in this instance, for this series, when you get the story, right, the original Dark Crystal, there is this world that's already in flux, right? And we don't know a whole lot of what's going on.
Right.
And this is going to be a prequel. It's going to give us that backstory to the setting that we saw. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, and it looks like they're still going to have the nightmare fuel in it with those little the
Skeksis.
Yeah, see, even they sound nasty.
Yes,
man.
they do.
Skeksis. It sounds like something that's on the bottom of my tub. All right, man, moving on. Now, Brian, I don't have the clip of it right now, but Remember about a year ago, you and I were discussing about the Emoji Movie?
I do.
And, you and I came to blows, or more, I just yelled at you a lot.
Yes, as you do.
Well, the Emoji Movie, you're always complaining that there's always reboots,
Right.
Well, this wasn't a reboot. It was a brand new movie, brand new, money grab by Sony.
But remembering that snippet that we talked about originally, I said I want a new property that's actually good.
No, you did not stipulate good. That was why I was so irate and hot under the collar. You just said new properties. You were like, there's so many books, so many cartoons, so many comics.
We'll have to dig up that clip, Dave.
Well, we're not, because I'm just going to assume that I'm right, because I'm always right, Brian.
Well, what did you want to talk about this movie?
Well, no, the thing is that, I'm about to compliment you. Slow your roll.
Okay.
Pump the brakes there, girl.
All right.
All right, so the movie apparently is a colossal just failure on every level possible.
Right.
And so it turns out that, you might have been actually right.
Well, I usually am, Dave.
Well, no, because Sir Patrick Stewart was in this. How could something with Sir Patrick Stewart be bad?
He's got bills to pay, too.
Well, you would think the hard apple cider that he's shilling would actually be making him some money, you know. But here's a little clip of a YouTuber named Chris Stuckman. This was his thoughts on the movie.
The Emoji Movie is about the meh emoji and how he has a lot of other expressions besides meh. And today I went and saw it, and it sucked!
I think in no uncertain terms he thinks it sucks.
Yeah, I think he thought it was pretty bad. And I didn't even have to see it to tell you that. So
it could have been great. It could have been the next, Sing, maybe.
This movie fits into the world of idiocracy, right? I mean, seriously, it's terrible.
Well, well, I think one of the reviewers said, it's like, be yourself unless you can be a single emotion emoji, and just do that.
Right.
So apparently it is a colossal failure, and just hey, at least they tried something new, though, Brian. It wasn't a reboot.
Yeah, look, they weren't even trying. All right, really, they were not.
Well, they had some big names, but apparently it was still a failure. All right,
What's next?
Let's go on to something happy.
Yeah,
the Dark Tower movie.
Very excited about it.
I know. Well, now here's the thing. It comes out next week, August 4th or the August 19th. It's in
August 4th.
August 4th. All right, there we go. So now here's the thing. Have you seen some of the latest clips that came out of it? Because here's a little snippet. Here we go.
Why does the man in black want to destroy the tower?
The tower protects both our worlds. If it falls, hell will be unleashed.
Your world might be gone, but mine isn't.
There are other worlds than these.
Now that last phrase, there are other worlds than these, and it was followed in another teaser trailer that showed these snippets of like a little red Chevy, a dog shockingly looking like Cujo, and then a picture of the hotel from The Shining.
Yeah.
And apparently, people are losing their damn minds. They're like, Easter eggs, it's all interconnected. Well, didn't we already know that?
Yeah. Stephen King includes elements of all his stories in his other stories. The whole world is sort of interconnected together.
Now, I'm not going to say he was the first to do this, but I mean, it seems like, a lot of movies have been lately interconnecting themselves. Like, hey, look, this is a shared universe. If I hear shared universe again, I'm going to, groin punch somebody. But he was the first one to do it. Everything was in Castle Rock. It was always up in the New England area.
Yeah.
Even one of the houses that creepy clown whose name I refuse to talk about. Don't say it.
Okay.
Anywise, eyes weigh any pay.
It you're talking about.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
So, the creepy clown dude, all these things were interconnected. And Stephen King had always done that. And so people seem shocked now to just, have they ever read a damn book?
Well.
Read a book.
Gotta read, guys. It's important.
You should. They should.
I read all the time. It's great.
I know. You read fast. Stop it. Speaking of your favorite thing in the world, Brian, besides reading...
Yeah.
Reboots.
I know.
Reboots.
Yeah, Little Shop of Horrors is doing a remake, and they want Rebel Wilson and Josh Gad in it. Do we really need to see...
Yes, we do.
Seymour again?
Suddenly Seymour. Well, here's the thing.
When I was younger, just a tad.
Remember this song? This is your boy Oh my God, I'm blanking on his damn name. He played the dentist.
Okay.
So this is what I'm curious. Apparently, Rebel Wilson's gonna be, not Seymour. Oh my God, what is her name?
I don't know.
Oh my God, you're killing me, Smalls.
You know how long ago it's been since I've seen this? It's not on my
rewatch I love this
list.
movie, dude. This movie is beyond awesome. So this song, the dentist song, oh my God, how can I not remember the damn name?
It doesn't matter. Get on with it.
It does matter because she's playing the chick character whose name I can't remember. It's pissing me off.
Okay.
But Steve Martin played the dentist. I'm wondering why Rebel Wilson should play the dentist, because the dentist is the comic relief in it. The dentist is the funniest character in the damn movie, and Rebel Wilson could pull that off and steal the damn show. I don't think she should play, oh my God, what is her name? Holy crap. They call the plant that too.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right. So that's the whole point. Rebel Wilson is a great actress, and she's funny. She's kind of like, a female like John Candy or Down by the River.
Was it Audrey?
Audrey! Holy crap! Thank you. Bless you, Internet, because I know it sure as hell wasn't you, Brian. See you looking at your phone.
I know.
Cheating bastard. So, Audrey, I don't think Rebel Wilson would do good as Audrey, because Audrey's a bubblehead and she's just there for scene dressing. She was supposed to be hot, and that was it. Rebel Wilson should be the dentist. That's all I'm saying.
Well, all right. Are you ready to move on?
Fine, I'll move on.
All right. What are we talking about now? Hey, Overwatch, man.
All right, you set it up. I'll knock it down.
All right. Well, so if you are interested in Overwatch, now's your chance. They're setting up the Overwatch League. Players can earn a minimum of $50K a year plus bonuses. That includes healthcare too.
Really?
Yes.
So it's like almost getting elected to Congress then?
No, there's nobody's got good health plans like that, right? So there's they're setting up the leagues, right?
Right. I mean, we've talked about it before. Robert Kraft, who owns the New England Patriots, bought in. He's got the team in Boston.
Right.
And then the guy who owns the Mets bought the team for New York, obviously. And then we got a team over there in San Francisco, Los Angeles. And then we got one in Seoul. And the other one, is it in Beijing?
That sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds right. So, I mean, this is going to be a huge league. I mean, it's a $20 million buy-in.
Right.
And these are the first 6 cities that are going to have teams. I crap you not, dude. I really think this is going to start rivaling baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Baseball's numbers are crap anyway.
Right.
No one will knock the NFL off the perch. Never in a million years will it ever happen.
I would take that bet for $1.
Okay,
seriously.
I will take your money then.
But I mean, have you looked at the Korean stats for StarCraft? It's incredible. Like the whole country watches StarCraft tournaments.
Well, yeah, right. Well, that's like one state. Okay, so it's like saying Arizona watches nothing but StarCraft videos.
Plus NFL is just in this country, man.
Well, I know. It's an American phenomenon.
Right.
Because when you say football in other countries, they go soccer.
Well,
because America, damn it. We don't play no stupid soccer. You can't end a game on a tie.
Wait till China takes over the internet revolution with this online gaming leagues and stuff. I'm telling you.
North Korea is coming up.
All right.
They're going to be sending ICBMs over there and be like, we rule the gaming world. All your base are ours. Right, moving on.
You can't play Overwatch on 386s in North Korea, all right?
All right, so Wonder Woman has a release date.
I'm worried about this.
Why?
Because what we've seen so far from the DCEU has not been so good, except for Wonder Woman, all right?
Yeah.
I think we can sort of agree on that,
we
right?
We can.
And now it seems like, well, hey, we got a big hit with this. Let's rush to get it out in order to generate more income. And I'm worried that they're rushing things.
Do you really think it's that much of a rush, though?
It's 2019, so they've got,
like a year
2 years.
2 years, year and a half, give or take. I mean, she's doing other stuff. I mean, Justice League's already wrapped, though. So, I mean, it's like,
right, but they already had a full slate out to like 2025.
Well, right, but then they realized that all their other movies were crap, and so they're going to, try to okay, we got to get the good movies out. But here's another thing. Did you see that there's rumors circulating that Wonder Woman is going to run for an Oscar?
Really? I did not hear that.
Yeah, they're trying to make a push for the Oscars. I mean, come on, dude. The movie was good. It sure as hell ain't Oscar worthy.
Yeah, there's some problems. The third act's a little fudgy, right?
Yeah, right.
So definitely not an Oscar contender, but it was great. I enjoyed the heck out of it, and it does deserves some accolades.
But
not
we'll
an
see. If
Oscar.
they rush it, there's no telling what's going to happen. But now here's the real thing, Brian.
What's that?
Henry Cavill's mustache.
I know. It's a Stash-gate.
Stash-gate. That's what it's being called, man. So here's the problem, though. So he's in this movie, the Mission Impossible or whatever, some knockoff.
It's MI6.
Yeah. Is it really?
Well, it is
it's
Mission Impossible.
It might be Mission Impossible 6. Who knows? Who cares? They're all crap. I don't care. But Henry Cavill, the director won't let him shave his mustache. So they had to do some reshoots. And so instead of, trying to work a way to let him shave, they're going to digitally remove his mustache.
Yeah. So now there's two camps, people who want the stash to stay and people who want him to shave.
I want the mustache to stay.
Do you? Well, but here's the thing. You're going to have to digitally alter it either way.
Why?
Because
mustache.
They've already shot stuff for Justice League. So the stuff that they shot, they'd have to add a stash to it. So they're going to spend a ton of money either way.
It's DC. They got tons of money.
Not for long if they keep producing, poor movies.
I don't know. I am pro stash.
Okay.
I'm pro stash.
Hey, Superman has had facial hair in the comics plenty of times.
He has.
So there's nothing wrong with it.
Of course, in the cartoons, like he shaves using his laser beam eyes.
He does.
All right. Are you ready to go to a break?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what's next, Brian?
Well, when we get back from break, we're going to have Skungy's Pick of the Week. And I guess he'll give us a little bit of a recap from MechaCon, because he's been there all weekend, too.
Oh, my God, is he alive?
Yeah, he may be in a stairwell at the con trying to pack up,
He is going to be fried. We're going to be like, Skungy, like, what?
Right.
Bring the thunder, Skungy.
All right, guys, when we get back, Skungy's Pick of the Week. You're listening to News Talk 99.5 WRNO, the Week in Geek radio show.
Common folk without a hint of pride, but you needn't be a king to make any maiden a bride.
Sports 1280 is your new home for uncensored talk about our teams with Chris Gordy, Duncan Holder, Josh Innes, Jordy Holtzberg, and Corey Johnson on 1280 AM and the free iHeartRadio app.
Why have over 3 million guys switched to Harry's razors? Because at Harry's, we give you less. We make just one razor with 5 German-engineered blades. Ding! All you need for a smooth and comfortable shave. And we got rid of upcharges. By owning the factory and cutting out the middleman, we're able to sell our high-quality blades for half the price of the other guys. Ka-ching! Now we're dropping the half-price sound effects guy.
Wait, why?
Not everyone can give you high quality for a fraction of the price. Harry's. One perfect razor. None of the extra noise. As a special offer for radio listeners, get an $18 shave set with an added bonus for free when you visit harrys.com and use code 1313 at checkout. Just cover a few bucks for shipping. That's harrys.com, code 1313 for a free shave set offer. Again, it's harrys.com, code 1313. Please note, no sound effects guys were harmed in the making of this radio recording.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
In a New Orleans that never was and never will be, airships float high above the city while platoons of clockwork automatons patrol the streets below. In Storyville, pirates, streetwalkers, gamblers, and thieves prowl back alleys in search of their next mark. New Orleans by Gaslight, the premier anthology of locally written and locally produced steampunk poetry and fiction, all set in Victorian New Orleans. Buy it now, available in both paperback and Kindle versions at Amazon.com. New Orleans by Gaslight.
Now back to local celebrity, Brian Held. Hey, D Squared, meet me at the bar at 7 p.m. We'll have 2 drinks and then drink till 9 p.m. I'm already intoxicated. I hope there's a big taxi to take me home.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. This is Brian Held with
D Squared, hanging out with the voice guy, getting hammered, man. See, the voice guy was all being your friend, you know. Well, I took care of that. The voice guy is now my friend, sucker.
All right.
Yeah. That's how I roll. I just get people drunk, and then they're my friends.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You ready to do Skungy and his pick of the week?
Yes.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
You might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo!
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
What's going on, gentlemen? You are a little bit wrong. I'm not in a stairway. I'm actually right outside of a freight elevator.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
All right. So how are you feeling, man? How was MechaCon for you?
Oh, my God, man. This thing was crazy.
This
thing was
there.
absolutely insane. But you know what the best experience of MechaCon for me was?
Leaving?
No, being carted around the dealer's room floor by Brian Held as he pushed me along in a cart along as I announced my presence to the world.
Do we have video of this?
No, I don't think we do.
Damn it! I'm going to have to fire Skungy before he even finishes his segment.
Well, I just wanted to prove a point that Brian Held carries my bags.
All right, Skungy, you're rehired.
Nice.
All right, man, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about Splatoon 2.
Nice.
Splatoon 2 is going to be a Switch exclusive, and it's a great third-person shooter game. Now, it's great for all ages because you don't, actually shoot bullets, you shoot paint.
Nice.
And the whole point of it is to cover more area than your than the opposing team.
Right.
Now, it's a great game because there's lots of multiplayer to it. There's a really cool little single-player campaign that's really fun, where you can go through a little story mode and you're fighting against enemies. That one's less about, it's completely different than the multiplayer campaign. But it's good because it's got a good amount of legs to it. It's got replay value for each level, so that's great in a single player.
Cool.
And as you play through the game, you level up, and you get the ability to unlock and buy new weapons. So instead of just a regular paint gun, you could get, a paint sniper rifle.
Ooh. All right, now we're talking.
Or a paint roller. So it's a huge paint roller that you're using just to, splash paint all over the place.
So, hold on, I got to ask. It sounds like there's a microtransaction element to this game.
Absolutely not.
Okay, wow.
You just have to play to unlock it.
All right,
that's fair. As you play through the game, you earn credits and you earn points to unlock you earn money in the game in order to unlock these items.
No, this game is hugely popular, Brian.
Okay.
Because I've actually watched tournaments on TV for it before.
What?
Oh yeah. Was it TBS?
We just had a tournament.
Yeah.
At MechaCon for it. There was a tournament for Splatoon 2. It was great. It was a lot of fun. It's great. And it's different than your normal competitive multiplayer because it's not like I said, you're not killing each other.
Right.
You're just trying to, cover each other with paint the most.
It's kind of sort of like the Tron Laser Bikes game, except that you're trying to cover the whole area and you're not trying to cut anybody off. You're just trying to cover your area first.
Okay.
So it's fun, for kids.
Right.
And
for kids.
Adults like me.
Yeah. Awesome.
So it's a sequel to. There was an original one on the Wii U, but that one is, like I said, that one's on the Wii U. But they still have tournaments for that one. This one's going to be even more popular because the Switch, you can take it anywhere. So you can have impromptu tournaments. You don't have to have a TV setup or anything like that. You have a couple of people with Switches, you're good to go.
Nice. That sounds cool. So that's Nintendo exclusive.
Yes, it's a Nintendo Switch exclusive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also want to mention, since we're on the topic of Nintendo, I will say the game is going to be $59.99 and it's exclusive to the Switch. I want to say that Nintendo actually just this Friday released their brand new 2DS XL.
Okay.
So it's a brand new handheld. It's like the 3DS XL, but for people like me who hate the 3D aspect of it, there's no 3D to it. It's,
well, that's
which
good.
makes the screen actually better since it doesn't have to do that stupid, screen to make it look 3D.
Yeah, I despise that. That was so ridiculous.
The resolution on it's a lot better, and it's cheaper. It's only $149.99, and I can't believe that this is an actual selling point to it. The fact that it comes with a charger is a selling point because the new 3DS XL doesn't come with a charger.
Sun's up.
Yeah, wow. Real quick, I just want to mention I was reading an article that apparently there are going to be less 3D movies coming out.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
IMAX is going over to just almost killing the format.
Well, that's great. I mean, it's about damn time. As a child of the 80s, I hated it back then. I hate it now.
Well, it is much improved from the 80s with the red and blue.
The 80s was fun if you go watch like a Friday the 13th movie. You got a pitchfork coming at you.
Jaws or something
Jaws,
like that.
right. After that, who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. No, it needs to go away. I agree.
So, all right, now, Skungy, also, did you hear about, didn't Walmart screw up the pre-orders for...
the SNES Mini? Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, my God. They did that. They really, really... The pooch got screwed on that one. It wasn't even funny.
So when is it available for everybody else?
It comes out in November, if I'm correct, or September. It comes out sometime in September. I don't have the exact date with me right now.
That's
but
fine.
The thing is that, like GameStop, we're not taking reserves on it, and we're not going to take reserves on it because it's so limited. We're not going to make that mistake that they did.
Shoot, I mean, didn't for Christmas y'all got like 3 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean,
I got a total of 40 over the entire time it's been out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a joke, man. But, I guess, we could probably sell some, retro-style stuff, though. Maybe we can sell a Wii U retro, It's only, I got this new game, Switch. We just kind of, spray paint it gray or something and call it the Retro Switch.
Yeah,
we'll do that.
Sit there and, just like, hey, it's for kids. And it's
for kids. All right, Skungy. Anything else before we fire you?
Oh, before you fire me?
Yeah.
No, I can't think of anything because my head is empty from this weekend.
You were demoing PSVR all weekend long. How'd that go?
Jesus. I must have put 150 people through that demo. It was ridiculous, man, but it was great. I was demoing older stuff, but people were having a great time. It's really good because VR is one of those things that you can talk about it all you want until you actually play it, until you actually witness it. It is not. It can't do it justice. Words can't do it justice.
Absolutely.
Well, good job making that available to folks at MechaCon.
We're gonna be doing a lot more demos at cons, GameStop. We're gonna be going around, and it seems like that's something that's here to stay.
Well, you know what? That's good. You know what, Skungy? I'm gonna do you a solid, brother. You know what? I'm not gonna fire you this week. Because you've been working so hard.
But Dawn's going to lose her mind.
She probably will. But you're too tired to get fired. So I'll just say don't die. Okay? How about that?
All right. Fantastic.
All right. Get off the show.
All right. Yay.
Bye.
All right, guys. When we get back, Max Brooks, New York Times bestselling author of World War Z, and he's also talking about his new book, Minecraft the Island.
Yes. Hey, dude, DJ's reading it right now.
Nice. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Message and data rates may apply.
It takes a big man to admit he's not feeling like the man he used to be. It takes an even bigger man to do something about it. And they don't come any bigger than Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt.
After I left baseball, I just couldn't stay in shape like I used to. So I did something about it. I got Nugenics. I'm feeling like the man I used to be. Maybe even better.
Nugenics is a unique man-boosting formula powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help boost your free testosterone levels. Get a complimentary bottle by texting STRONG to 42424. With Nugenics, you can feel stronger, leaner, with a lot more vitality and energy.
And guys, she'll like the difference too.
Nugenix is the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Get a complimentary bottle by texting STRONG to 42424. Samples are not available in stores, so text STRONG to 42424.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Our 2017 iHeartRadio Music Festival, hosted by Ryan Seacrest. September 22nd and 23rd at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Buy your tickets now before they're gone. Ticket info at iHeartRadio.com/tickets.
Brought to you by Macy's. Macy's presents your opening act at the iHeartRadio Music Festival, Rising Star winner James Maslow. For new music and exclusive content from James Maslow and other hot artists, check out iHeartRadio.com/mstyleradio.
When you're in need of pain relief, come to Need It Relief Massage Therapy. Kat is an experienced licensed massage therapist. Check out her website and book your session online now at massagetherapykm.com. Need It Relief Massage Therapy for some much needed relief.
Hello, this is Chris Walken. If you've got a hankering for more cowbell, you can get it on The Week in Geek. Come on.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. I am joined right now with Mr. Max Brooks, author of the newest book, Minecraft The Island, which just came out a few days ago. Mr. Brooks, how are you doing today?
It is good to be here. Doing fine.
Let's start right now. Just lay a little bit about who you are. You're also the author of World War Z, the Zombie Survival Guide, and also the Harlem Hellfighters.
Yes, proud of them all.
And, well, you should be. You should be. Now, this latest installment, Minecraft The Island, it's not a player's handbook. This is a actual fiction story.
Yes, this is the story of someone who wakes up in this world, literally underwater, and has to swim to an island and survive like Robinson Crusoe, and realizes in the course of survival that this world is a teacher. This world is embedded with life lessons to help them survive their world, our world.
Now, once you say that, it really makes me think about it, because it's like, once you're there, and it's a harsh world, because if you think about it from real life to game life, I mean, these creepers and everything that blow up and try to eat you, they're not polite about it. They just come screaming at you.
No, and that's how I play all my video games. I imagine, what if it was real and I'm really there? And I thought, wow, if I was really in the world of Minecraft, especially on survival mode, and the goal was don't starve, that would be hard.
Right. And now you have a lot of lessons that you teach through this book. I mean, and I like how you hide the fact that you're giving life lessons, because I have an 11-year-old child, and he's going to be reading this very soon. He's on vacation. So when he gets back, it's going right in his hands. But you have a lot of really good things where it's like, don't assume anything. And just because it doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean it doesn't make sense. And you've got a lot of great tidbits like that. How do you write something where you don't seem preachy to people?
It's not easy, but as I was starting to play the game, as I discovered Minecraft, I realized, oh my God, this game, if seen through the right lens, is totally a training scenario for life in the 21st century. And so the challenge was sort of to embed what I was learning from Minecraft in an exciting page-turning story.
Now, who introduced you to Minecraft?
Who introduced
you to Minecraft?
Oh, we had a family friend, a young man, who said to my son, hey, have you played Minecraft? My son started playing it, and I started playing it with him, and I realized I've been waiting my whole life for this game.
So what was your first introduction to video games? See, when I first started, I had an Apple IIe because my parents were teachers, and they were supposed to use it for school, but I just played video games on it.
Oh, I had an Apple IIgs.
Oh, look at you. Nice.
And I used to love Lucasfilm's Strike Fleet.
I don't remember that one.
You are a modern NATO task force, and you basically have to take on the Soviet Navy in the Norwegian Sea, and it was awesome.
That's fun. I'm going to have to go find that now. I know what I'm doing as soon as we're done with the show today.
Yeah, I'm praying to God that they re-release it on iPad, just a retro game, because it was so cool.
So, when did you really kind of start a love affair for like all things like tactical and military? Like, you're a non-resident fellow at the Modern War Institute. Was that something that came about naturally, or how did that work?
Honestly, I think that came about because I'm kind of an odd duck because I'm a Gen Xer, but my parents were greatest generation, not baby boomers.
Okay.
So all my dad's friends were World War II veterans. And it doesn't matter like what they did with their lives, how successful they were. They always talked about when they were 19 years old and either in the Pacific or in Europe. And I think those experiences sort of shaped my worldview.
Wow, that's amazing. We're visiting with Max Brooks, author of Minecraft, The Island, which just hit the newsstands a few days ago, really. Also, New York Times bestselling author of World War Z. Now, another great book you have out right now is The Harlem Hellfighters, the graphic novel. What really possessed you to write this book? Because I'm a big World War II buff, and like World War I, I really enjoyed that, but there was never a whole lot out there. Was this something that you felt needed to be found, or was this a personal love that you had?
I thought it was both. When I first heard about this story when I was 11, that there was a unit of African-American soldiers in World War I that the U.S. Army set up to fail because they didn't want them coming home as heroes to inspire the African community. And in spite of humiliation and outright sabotage, they ended up coming home as one of the most decorated units in the entire U.S. Army. And I thought, when are we going to see this movie? I mean, when Glory came out, I was like, okay, it's time. And I tried to write it as a movie script in the 90s. Nobody wanted to do it. I was all demoralized, and I had a meeting with LeVar Burton.
No way.
Yeah, who said, don't give up. He said, your script comes closest to the truth. And as a dyslexic kid, let me tell you, when Commander Geordie LaForge tells you you've done your homework, you keep going.
Absolutely.
And I thought comic books, perfect, because it's visual, but I don't have to worry about the economics of trying to get a movie made.
Did you see a little bit of a boom in your sales once Battlefield 1 came out for like the Xbox and the PS4 and everything?
Yes, and this is why I think that video games are an amazing teaching tool. Video games get a bad rap because they're seen as a distraction. But let me tell you, thanks to that video game, more Americans have heard about the Harlem Hellfighters than all the academic treatises ever written.
You know, one of the best parts about that game is when it's loading, they drop little bits of history in there. You're kind of forced to learn while you're waiting for your game to load.
And isn't that the way to teach education? Isn't that the way education's supposed to be? It's supposed to grab you and excite you and not put you to sleep.
I'm 100% on board with that. So now, where can people find this book and all the other great stuff that you have out there?
Well, my books, Minecraft, The Island, and Harlem Hellfighters, they're at bookstores and they're on Amazon. You know, just go right to Amazon and look them up, and there they are.
All right, we've been visiting with Max Brooks, author of this latest installment of Minecraft, The Island, and World War Z is still out there. I actually still have 2 copies, man. I mean, I left my copy at home and I was on vacation. I'm like, you know what? I'll just buy another damn one. You know, forget it. I'll buy it.
I feel the same way about Tom Clancy's Red Storm Rising.
Really?
So I got 2 copies. I got a travel one and I got one on my shelf.
Well, Mr. Brooks, thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope to see you again in the future.
Thank you very much. Take care.
And Brian, that was a fun interview. I enjoyed the hell out of talking with this guy.
I was jealous I wasn't in the studio for that.
Well, you can't get everybody, Brian.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But actually, a slight addendum to that interview. Actually, he and I were chit-chatting on the phone before we started recording.
Right.
And I asked him, what his thoughts were on World War Z, the movie with Brad Pitt.
Right.
And he goes, I liked it. And I'm like, well, I despised it. And he goes, look, I enjoyed it. He goes, I was able to sit through it because they didn't destroy my character or my book.
Yeah.
They didn't destroy my property. He goes, Brad Pitt's character was not in his book, and so he didn't have to sit through a movie and go, why would you do that? Why would you do this? Even referenced Stephen King going, you imagine what poor Stephen's got to go through watching all his movies be made from his books and going, I didn't write that crap,
right.
And so he enjoyed it, so, hey, man. So I really like this guy. He was really cool, man.
No, that's definitely. Hopefully, we can catch up with him at a convention sometime soon.
That would be cool, yeah. So, all right, Brian. So when we get back, what are we doing
this week in geek history?
Well, that's my favorite thing.
Celebrity birthdays.
Well, that's not my favorite.
All right. Well, guys, you're listening to the Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. Stay tuned.
I don't like compromise, which means I don't want adjusting my underwear every other set until it becomes part of my routine. Solution? Freego by RevolutionWear.com. Underwear reimagined. I stay cool, dry, and focused on my next rep, not tugging and grabbing and putting things back in place. Freego by RevolutionWear.com is as high-tech as you can get with underwear. No pinching, no pulling, no restricting. Buy Freego online now at RevolutionWear.com. The revolution starts below.
Message and data rates may apply.
Need a new filter for your refrigerator? Get it with Filters Fast. Can't find the filter you need at the big box stores? Get it with Filters Fast. Paying too much for brand name filters? Get a Filters Fast brand filter for a fraction of the price. Delivered to your door every time you need it with Filters Fast. Even better, find out how to get your first filter free with free shipping by texting CLEAR to 543-543. At Filters Fast, we're the nation's largest filter home delivery company with all the brand name filters, plus high-quality Filters Fast brand filters for a fraction of the price. Forget paying way too much for hard-to-find filters at the big box stores. Get the filter you need delivered to your door, saving you time and money with Filters Fast. Now that's a smart choice. And right now, you can get your first filter free with free shipping. Find out how by texting CLEAR to 543-543. Text CLEAR to 543-543.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Black Tie Tans, the premier mobile spray tanning professionals of New Orleans. Black Tie Tans will come to you and give you a natural glistening glow on the go. First-time customers get 20% off their first tan. Find them on Facebook at Black Tie Tans or email them at blacktitans@gmail.com to set your appointment. Going to a wedding? Going out to the club? Black Tie Tans will give you the look you need. Black Tie Tans. Tell your pale friends.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
The Dinero Shavers Education Fund is holding an essay contest for students from 7th to 12th grade. Deadline to enter is August 21st. Go to dsefnola.org for more information. Poetry in Motion Care Bears Incorporated is sponsoring a basketball fundraiser to support their mission of helping children with congenital heart defects. Go to poetryinmotioncarebears.webs.com. A message from WRNO Communities, helping to make a difference in New Orleans.
My name is Optimus Prime, and you are listening to
Starscream here, and you are listening to The Week in Geek. Call me Lord.
Welcome back. This is The Week in Geek, your source for geek and pop culture news that's trending now. I'm your host, D Squared with
Brian Helm.
Brian, I was busy this week. Did you notice?
Man, dude, it's great to hear those back.
Well, I did a little bit of editing, did some creative editing with the voice guy, because he and I are, drinking buddies now,
Apparently.
So, and I took care of all that stuff. But no, I was subbing in on all the morning shows this week, and a lot of the stuff, you're just kind of staring at a screen. So I'm like, you know what? I'll actually get some work done.
Well, good.
So I did that, Brian.
You multitask. Good job.
I'm patting myself on the back right now. So, all right, man. You know what? As always, we want to strongly urge people to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Check out our website at twigradio.com and follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio and the Instagram's The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, if you missed any part of tonight's show or you want to hear your favorite part again, you can always catch us on Spreaker.com or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. You can also find us on iTunes, YouTube, the iHeartRadio app, and at WRNO.com.
That's correct, and it'll shove you over to the iHeartRadio app as well to hear all our shows. So also, a little shout out to all the people that we met over the course of the weekend at MechaCon too, because all those pictures, are going to be up on our Facebook, and
we've got about 50 some odd pictures that are already up now.
Right,
and then Don Cooper is working hard to get all of the great photography that he took processed and up there as well.
I like that. They have that show, that anime show, One Punch Man.
Yeah,
you were like the one finger man. Don, picture, pointing at everybody, point. Picture, Don.
Look, I'm detail oriented. I can't help it. I see all of this stuff.
So does he. He's a photographer, Brian.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Sometimes he may miss it. I just want to make sure he's got it.
Okay, you're just Johnny on the spot, huh? You ready for This Week in Geek History?
Yes, sir.
This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future!
Yes! Oh my God!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, read by Brian Held. Available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Wow.
All right. I got kind of a twofer.
A twofer?
Yeah. This is cool. All right. So the first one is July 24th, 1948. The character Marvin the Martian debuts in the short Looney Tunes cartoon Haredevil Hare.
Nice.
Yeah. No, Marvin's great.
Man. I mean, and he's a big cash cow for him too, man. People love his merchandise too.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. People are weird though, but he was funny.
But my next one is July 25th, 1953. The cartoon Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century, directed by Chuck Jones, is released. That, of course, is Daffy Duck as Duck Dodgers, Porky the Pig, and Marvin the Martian are in that as well. And it's one of the most famous Warner Brothers merry melodies ever.
I forgot what Marvin Martian sound like, though, man.
The plutonium P23 modulator. That guy.
Is that what it sounded
like? Yeah, no, it's horrible. No, that was horrible.
All right, what's next?
What's next? Let's see, July 27th, 1997. Stargate SG-1 begins its run on Showtime, picking up 2 years after the end of the Stargate feature film.
Wow, it started on Showtime?
Yeah. You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
For some reason, I thought it was on regular TV.
No, it started on Showtime, ran for at least a couple seasons, and then it went to regular TV. But yeah.
That's true, because I remember not being able to see the first season, and I had a friend who knew a friend with a CD burner. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. And so then I was able to finally see the first season. That was a great show, man. I mean, they really fleshed it all out. And speaking of which, did we even talk about it last week?
We did talk about it last week.
Yeah,
they're rebooting it.
They're rebooting it.
Well,
it's not a reboot.
It's a prequel.
Yeah, well, they're kind of just starting a new series again.
But there's complaints because
there's always complaints.
Forgive me for forgetting the lady's name, but her family, her father discovered the gate. right?
Right.
But they didn't actually go through the gate until many years later. So what are we going to see in
Maybe
this
it's going to be like
prequel?
the Mummy, and they're going to have the guys, that are going to be like on their horses, and they're going to be like, "No, put the gate back."
Well,
you've woken the dead.
The Mummy just tanked, so...
so maybe that would be a bad idea. Maybe this is the prequel to the Mummy. The Mummy prequel.
All right. Hey, I just noticed that I've got like all these movies and stuff on this list today. All right.
Just noticing it now?
Yeah. Let me see if you can guess this one. Well, actually, I'll save you for the last one to guess it. All right. July 27th, 2005. This one's starring Michael Agnerio, Danielle Panabaker, Kurt Russell, and Kelly Preston. It's Sky High. Do you remember that one?
I do. That is a guilty pleasure movie.
I know. It's
great.
great.
It's on Disney all the time, and I watch it. Well, I like it. The sidekick. It's like all the kids are like sidekicks. It's like, oh, you don't have a power. Well, you got to go to sidekick class, and they're all learning how to support a hero.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so bad. It was great though.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right. How about this next one? July 29th, 2011. Starring Daniel Craig, Harrison Ford, and Olivia Wilde. It's Cowboys and Aliens. Did you like that one?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, it wasn't the romp that I thought it was. I mean, the comic was better. But it wasn't bad. I mean, but it wasn't great either.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
All right, here's the one you got to guess. Are you ready? All right, July 30th, 1999.
Well, that's my hint. 1999. Okay.
Starring Ben Stiller, Hank Azaria.
Mystery Men.
You are correct.
The bullet. What was the woman's name? The comedian.
Janine
Garofalo. There we
yes.
go. That's it. The shoveler. And freaking Pee Wee Herman in it.
Oh yeah.
Too. Oh God, what was he though? He was the fart guy.
He was the fart guy. Yeah.
Good stuff.
And Eddie Izzard's in that as well.
He is. He played the bad guy, huh?
Well, he was the henchman to the bad guy.
He was. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's a great movie. I love that one too. All right.
All right, what's next?
Birthdays. You ready?
Oh, birthdays. Okay, sure.
Yeah. On the 24th, it's Linda Carter.
Oh, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't a bit nice.
That's Marvin the Martian.
You have made me very angry.
You have made me very angry. It's stuck in my head now.
I love Marvin. Yeah. All right.
Okay, who else was born on this day?
Well, on the 25th, Matt LeBlanc. He was Joey on Friends.
Oh, dude, he was. Okay, no, was it Matt
What?
LeBlanc? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like the other guy from 3 to Tango.
Okay.
Can't remember his name.
No.
Okay.
We're getting old.
Shut up.
On the 26th, Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
I totally forgot. We forgot the news, man.
What news?
So over in I don't even know where the hell it was, but somebody was playing a Magic game.
Yes.
And they had a disagreement with the rules or something there.
That was in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yes.
Minnesota. So apparently they were playing Magic, and this dude did not like what was happening. He stabbed him in the face and in the throat like 7 times.
He did.
And then called the cops. I think I killed my friend.
Right.
Yep. And you call me angry, Brian.
Well, at least you don't stab me over a game of Magic.
Well, that's why they removed the cutlery, too, from the studios. And put a big giant glass between us. All right. Sorry.
You're so terrible. Where was I?
I don't know. Birthdays.
All right. On the 29th, my man crush, Will Wheaton.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You do like him.
I do. On the 30th, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Governator.
Get on the chopper.
Yes. And also on the 30th, Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. So let's start setting up for next week, dude. All right, next week we are. Who do we have?
I gotta look, man.
Oh my
Come
God,
on.
Brian! This always happens at the end of the show. You're so unorganized. I'm so tired of having to carry you, man. You're heavy.
Really,
Heavy.
really. Dude, I'm like booked out for a month now. I don't even know. We've got conventions. We're going to be at Pensacola Comic Convention here in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to be at Dragon Con in about a month and a week.
Yeah.
And then there's another event after that.
The one in Baton Rouge. But that's in October, though. That's around Halloween.
Yeah, that's FIFOCon is coming up.
Yeah, we met those guys at MechaCon. Really cool people, man.
And then
they listen to WJBO, our sister station in Baton Rouge.
Nice. QuestCon is coming up, too, in October.
Yeah, man. Jesus.
A lot of stuff going on. So let's see. Next week is Sherry Melanson Franz from Thinkarella. Yes.
Right.
So, we're going to have her. That's a local business. We're excited to talk to her. It's teaching kids about STEM, right?
Yeah.
Science, technology, engineering,
and the FIFOCon, too, that's a big thing for them as well.
Education, yeah.
Right. I mean, they're really trying to, bring kids, into the fold, as it were, and then, learn them something.
Exactly.
On the slide.
STEM and coding, it's a big deal. So.
Absolutely. Oh, man, show's almost over, Brian.
All right. Well.
So, once again, always like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. And, Brian, where can people listen to this lovely show?
Spreaker.com, iTunes, YouTube, and the iHeartRadio app.
All right, folks. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
Got a mustache, a mustache, a mustache. If you've only got a mustache.
Your new home for Walton and Johnson. News Talk 99.5 WRNO FM, New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.